What's up, guys? Eric Prey, Focus Fishing Guide Service, Table Rock Fishing Intel. Got another video fishing report for you for Table Rock. It is Wednesday, August 24th. Pretty much been on the water every day. Had a couple days off due to my truck being broke down, but other than that, been on the water pretty much every day. Down here at the dam today, caught them pretty good. As far as our lake level, we are at 912 and change. We're basically about a little bit more than 4 feet below normal pool. All the lakes are back to normal, but not getting any rain, so it's certainly not filling up like it needs to. As far as water temperature, it is dropping. Saw 82, 83 down here all day, and that's kind of what I've been seeing all over the lake. We've dropped from the mid to high 80s down to the low 80s, and you get out first thing in the morning in some of that stained water, and you can certainly find some cooler water than that. But best way to stay on top of it, best way to know what's going on, join Table Rock Fishing Intel, become a pro member, and get all that information on a daily basis. Water temperature, lake level, what the fish are doing, daily reports, weekly reports, all that stuff on Table Rock Fishing Intel. But if you're coming down, going to fish the lower end where I am today, we drop shot it all morning. Caught them on a plum chompers drop shot worm. Basically everything was over top of trees. And the fish themselves, 18 to 25. The overall depth, it really didn't seem to matter as long as the tree wasn't much deeper than about 30 feet deep, maybe 35 feet deep. But really didn't get a lot of fish to come up from the depths. They were pretty much all suspended. A lot of spots, not a lot of keepers though. We had probably 25 or 30 fish, but I think we only had 4 or 5 keepers. So kind of what you expect late summer, early fall, but at least the bite's a little bit better down here by the dam. Have caught a few down here on a peewee football jig as well, and we are catching some up the Long Creek with a buzzbait. Basically throwing a black on black buzzbait on ledge rock banks, main lake pockets, and back in the creeks about halfway, and throwing it right up on the bank. And that's how we've been catching some fish up that way. Go up in Kimberling City area, mid-lake area. Fished the mid-lake on Saturday, fished a tournament out of the JP Sells Fishtails tournament. We had a 4-fish limit, weighed 10.5 pounds, finished just out of the money, but everything we caught was either on a buzzbait thrown right up on the ledge rock banks, and our best fish of the day is about a 4-pounder, came up right up against the bank. So these fish are up shallow, feeding on bluegill right now. I feel like that bite's going to probably get better as time goes on and more of the bluegill move up there shallow. But throwing a black on black buzzbait, throwing a green jig, pro spider jig with a little bit of chartreuse in it, throwing like that gourd green orange, pulling the orange out and put a little chartreuse on it, or leave the orange in because they are feeding on bluegill up there. Went out and tried to drop shot a little bit. There is a drop shot bite up there too. Again, mostly in treetops, 20 to 25 foot deep, over whatever, as long as you get a tree that tops out around 30 or 35 foot deep. Topwater bite, really, other than the buzzbait and maybe a whopper plopper doing the same thing we're doing with the buzzbait, the topwater bite's really not happening yet. It's getting close, but it's just not happening yet. Go up in the James, buzzbait, big worm, jig, and probably a whopper plopper. Those would be the 4 things I would have tied on. Buzzbait and whopper plopper, ledgy banks, first thing in the morning, low light, chase shade, and just cover water. And hit those ledgy banks. And when I say hit, I mean you want to be right up against the bank, because a lot of the fish we've been catching up there have been right up against the bank on those ledge rock banks. Beyond that, catch them on a jig, swimming it around those ledge rock banks, or back out and hit those gravel and rock mix points with a spider jig or a shaky head. You can do that, or throw a big worm around brush piles. A sunny, calm day like today would be a perfect day to go throw a big worm into the brush piles up the James River right now. And go up into the White River. Spent a lot of time up the White River last week. That's where I've been going. Drop shot bite has been really strong. Chompers, drop shot worm, a shed shaped worm, a cut tail worm. All those have been very, very effective on a drop shot over top of trees. We are catching a few on gravel, but it seems like the fish are more concentrated on those treetops than they are on the gravel. Again, 20 to 25 foot deep of fish. Overall depth doesn't matter. You just want a tree that comes up around 30 to 35 foot. If you're going to go fish the gravel points and banks, get out there about 20 to 25 foot deep seems to be the magic depth. you'll see them on your electronics, so you can catch them that way. Buzzbait bites working up there as well. Buzzbait whopper plopper bite early in the morning, late in the day. If it's cloudy, you can do it all day long, but chase the shade, and those fish are going to be right up against the bank on those ledge rock banks, both in the main lake pockets and on the creeks. And then the big worm bite up the river, up the Kings River, has been pretty strong. Big worm or jig on gravel points around brush piles. And again, they're a little bit deeper than you expect them to be. You can't just go up there and start beating the bank. You've got to get out there, keep the boat in about 25, and most of the fish are coming between that 12 to about 20 foot range. And if you've got targeting sonar, you can see them on that. Guys, we're almost done with August. We got, not this weekend, but the following weekend is Labor Day, and then we'll get the lake back. But the bite's been good. Been catching fish. The bite actually improved down here. I think it's because of lack of boat pressure, a little bit less fishing pressure, but the bite was much better down here than it has been. Well, best way to stay on top of it, best way to know what's going on, join Table Rock Fishing Intel, become a pro member, get all that information on a daily basis that'll help you catch more fish on Table Rock Lake. But if you're coming down, want to hire a guide, give me a call. It's Focus Fishing Guide Service. You can reach me at 417-860-4743 or hit my website, focusfishing.com. Either shoot me an email or book online. Either way, I get back to you as soon as I can. Guys, thanks for watching the video. Take a minute to check out Table Rock Fishing Intel if you haven't done so. But thanks for watching. Can't wait to hear from you. We'll see you on the water.